Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. Today we will be looking at how to make this textured puff granny square. So this is another spin-off from the classical granny square. So you can see we start as per normal, then we do some front post stitches, and then we change color, work some puff stitches, puff V stitches, and we work that as we work our rounds up. This is a perfect project for beginners who would like to go beyond the classical granny square and try out some new stitches and new stitch combinations and changing colors. So for this project you will need 4mm crochet hook, and you will also need some sport or baby weight yarn. So for this project I used sheep cheese stone washed, and I used crystal quartz and axonite colorway. And if you would like to try the basic pattern, you will need one of each. Similarly to my previous granny square pattern, I'm going to show you a few rounds just to present the stitches and techniques to you, and then you will be able to follow the rest of the pattern. The pattern is available for free on my blog and also in my Ravelry and Lovecrafts shops. So without further ado, let's dive in. So if you work with two colors, you will get your color A. So for me, that's axonite, and we will start working from the center of the granny square. Now there are two options. You can either start a magic circle, in which case you will completely enclose this hole in the center, or I'm showing here an alternative on that. So we would begin with slip knot, and then we would chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch into the first stitch. And now this provides us with a tiny little circle, and we will be working into the circle. So to begin with, the round number 1 starts with chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and this counts as your first double crochet stitch. We will then work 2 more double crochet stitches into the circle. So to work double crochet stitch, you will yarn over the hook, insert into the center, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and one more. And then we will chain 2, 1 and 2, and continue with working 3 double crochet, chain 2, 2 more times, and then you will add a 3 double crochet into the circle, and I'll meet you there. Welcome back. So I've done my repeats of 3 double crochet and chain 2 all the way around my circle, and now instead of the last chain 2 and then connecting to the top of the chain 3, we're going to do something slightly different. We are going to be working into the top of the chain 3, however we will do a double crochet in there. So we yarn over the hook, go under the top 2 loops of the starting chain 3. We've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so this creates a nice alternative to the chain 2 at the end. For round number 2, we will chain 3 again, 1, 2, and 3, and then we will work 2 double crochet in the corner space below. And that forms half of our corner. So then we jump into the next corner and work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. You will repeat this in the next 3 corners, and I'll meet you back on the last or the second part of the first corner. We are back to the end of round number 2, so we will work 3 more double crochet in the last corner space. And we will end with again double crochet into the top of chain 3 of the starting chain 3 for this round. So for round 3 we will work the corners in the same way as we worked in round 2, and in the space between the granny clusters here we will be working another granny clusters with a little twist. So this is where we're going to be introducing the front post treble crochet. So let's get to it. So first we will need to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and 2 more double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. Okay, now we will work a double crochet into the space between the 2 granny clusters, and then now we're going to work the front post treble, so in the 2 rounds below. So this would be the first round that we worked, and we'll work around the front post of the middle double crochet stitch there. So we'll be inserting our hook this way. Okay, so for the treble or front post treble crochet, we'll yarn over twice, we'll insert the hook around the post of the stitch, then yarn over, pull up a loop. So we've got 4 loops on the hook. We'll yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. And the trick here is that you will need to bring the height of the stitch to the height of this round, because if the stitch is shorter, then it will be pulling the stitch pattern inward, and then we will work another double crochet. Okay, and we will work this all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end. So I've gone all the way around, so you can see each of the middle stitches where the front post treble crochet, so it kind of points into the center. And now I need to do the last 3 double crochet, and we will again work double crochet into the top of the chain 3. If you find it quite hard, you might just end with ordinary chain 2 and then slip stitch into top of the chain 3. What I found with working the double crochet this way is that it provides a little bit more stability in the corner, and it just looks a little bit more symmetrical, but it's down to preference. Okay, so before we start round number 4, this is where we work puff stitches in color B. I just would like to show you how to change colors. So this will be done on the last yarn over pull through 2 of working the double crochet stitch into the corner. So I've got last 2 loops on the hook, and I will take the yarn color B yarn, place a small loop on the hook and pull through 2 like so. And now I can start working my corner. So as I paired the rounds before, we will start with chain 3. If you find it quite difficult to work double crochet stitch into the starting chain, you might just consciously make the last loop just a little bit looser to make it easier for yourself to work into it, like so. And then 2 double crochet stitches. Now on this round, we are not only changing the color, we are also changing the stitch pattern. So we will now be working again between the granny clusters into the spaces and into the corners, and we'll be working puff V stitches into each space, and then we will just work classical corners into the corners. So to work a puff stitch, we will yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop once more, got 5 loops on the hook, and once more we have 7. We yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and we chain 1. We then work another chain 1 and another puff stitch. You feel like the puff stitches are not coming out as nice if you work them into this space. The alternative is to work them into the top of the stitch that is just directly above the space between the 2 granny clusters. So you've got 2 options, and it really depends on what look you would like to go for. So I'm going to now show you how to work into that space. So we'll yarn over the hook, and as before, we're going to go in, pull up a loop 2 more times, pull through all 7 loops, chain 1, and work the puff stitch into the same space. Now of course, this working the 2 puff stitches, or the puff way stitch into that space, will enlarge that loop of the stitch. But if you feel like that looks a little bit better, it's more aesthetically pleasing, you can go ahead and work the puff stitches there. And then you would just work normal corner. You will repeat this stitch pattern all the way around, ending with 3 double crochet stitches, and then instead of chain 2, that double crochet into the top of the chain 3, as we've done for all the previous rounds. And we will be changing back to our color A. So we've got that strand here. I haven't cut the yarn, so this will be a relatively nice and clean change. And double crochet into top of chain 3 until we have last 2 loops on the hook. You can drop the color B, pick up color A, yarn over, pull through 2. So for the next round, for round number 5, as I mentioned, you will go back to color A and you will work the classical granny square pattern. So you will go and work the granny clusters in the spaces between the puff stitches and the corner stitches, and this will be all the way around. So you would start by chaining 3 and working 2 double crochet stitches, then granny cluster into each of these spaces, and then 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into your corner spaces, and you will repeat it all the way around. We will then remain in color A, so this will be row number 6. So we will be here on row number 6 in this corner. This is where you would start. You work the chain 3 and 2 double crochet stitches, and then what we will do is the next granny cluster will have the front post treble crochet, and you will be dropping that into the corner stitches of the round number 4 where we had the puff stitches. Okay, so as you can see, this is the corner granny cluster here, and you will work front post around that middle double crochet stitch, and then you will work granny clusters into the next 2 spaces. Then again, this will be the next one will be granny cluster with the front post stitch, dropping that into the corner stitch of round number 4, and the corner granny clusters with a chain 2 in between, and you will repeat it all the way around. And now as you are closing that round, you will go back to your color B for the corner granny clusters. Round number 7, you will work in color B, puffway stitches into all the spaces as before, with classical granny clusters in the corner spaces all the way around. And now from here it will be repetition. So for rows 8, 9 and 10, you will repeat rounds 5, 6 and 7. And then for round number 11, which is the last round on the top. This will be repetition of round number 5. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial useful. It's something slightly different to the classical granny square, but equally fun and creates beautiful texture. So as always, please spread the love, spread the crochet and Tunisian crochet love, share with your friends, share on your social media, comment, like, and let me know what colors would you use for your textured puffy granny square. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.